Today, we're going to look at 4 different strategies we use to help your child learn how to multiply. We teach several different strategies to the students and let them choose the one that works best for them. Your child will gravitate toward the strategy that makes multiplication easier for them. I'm going to show you all 4 ways, explain to you how they use those to solve the multiplication equations, and you can use any one that works best for your child when you're helping them at home. The first strategy that we are going to look at for multiplication is the strategy of equal groups. So for example, in the equation 5 times 2 equals blank, all we're really saying is that we have 5 groups of 2. There could be 5 boxes with 2 books in each box, or 5 baskets with 2 pieces of fruit in each basket. All your student is going to do is draw the number of groups. So in this case, that would be 5. So they will draw 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then they're going to put the number in each group. So 2 in each group. So now I have 2 items in each group with 5 groups. Now all they're going to do is go back and count those. Some student will need to count one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. While some students will feel comfortable saying 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Their answer is 10. That is how we use equal groups in multiplication. The second strategy that we are going to look at is arrays. So for example, in the equation 2 times 3 equals blank, that is the same thing as saying 2 rows of 3. Now, this strategy is better for students who are a little bit more precise and a little bit more exact. In order for this strategy to work for your student, they need to be very neat and keep everything in straight rows and straight columns. If your child has a hard time with that, this is not the best strategy for them. But if your child happens to be very neat and very orderly, this would work out really well for them. So, in this case, I have 2 rows and I have 3 in each row. We need to remember that the rows go across, the columns are going to run up and down. So, I have 1, 2, 3. That is 1 row. 4, 5, 6. That's 2 rows. I have 2 rows, 1, 2, and 3 columns. 1, 2, 3. And they will be able to count those dots, once again, to find their answer. Now, remember, some students will need to count each dot individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some students may choose to say 3, 6, and others may choose to say 2, 4, 6. Either way, they're going to get the same answer, which is 6. 2 times 3 equals 6. The next strategy is repeated addition. Repeated addition is for those students who are much more comfortable with adding at this moment. It's a little bit of a bridge between addition and multiplication. Again, remember in this problem, 2 times 4 equals blank. We're really saying 2 groups of 4 equals blank. So in repeated addition, they're going to write that as an addition problem. So I need to write 4 plus 4 equals blank. And students who know their doubles know that 4 plus 4 equals 8. So 2 times 4 equals 8. Now, this strategy is easier for the lower numbers in our multiplication facts, our times 2s, maybe our times 3s, sometimes our times 4s, If you want to get up into the larger numbers, it's going to take them more time to do the addition. But again, this is just a bridge. It's to help them get from understanding addition and multiplication and bridging those two skills. The last strategy we're going to look at is the number line. So for the equation 2 times 3 equals blank, on the number line, they're going to be looking at it as hops on the number line. So 2 hops of 3. We always start our number line at 0. So your student will need to draw a number line and note that the number line has an arrow on both ends. Remember, students have to remember that the numbers go on forever. It doesn't stop at 0. So we always make sure we have an arrow on each end. We're going to begin our number line for multiplication with 0. So I have drawn my 0, and that is going to be their starting spot. Now, they are going to make hops on their number line of 3 each. So 1 hop of 3, that would take them from 0 to 3. Then another hop of 3 would go from 3 to 6. Their answer is 6. Now, keep in mind, some students can do it just the way I did it and say, 0, I know that 0 plus 3 is 3 and 3 plus 3 is 6. Some students can't do that, so they may need to draw in each of those numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number line is usually best for students who are very visual. They need to see the movement of the numbers. I hope these strategies were beneficial for you and help you get a better understanding of what your child is working on in the classroom. Please remember, your children should be working toward fluent recall of all their multiplication facts. These strategies are there to help them if they don't recall a multiplication fact or if they're trying to develop a better understanding of what multiplication is. Multiplication is just equal groups of the same number over and over again. Once they've developed that understanding, it's much easier for them to develop that fluent recall. Keep working with your students, keep practicing, and choose the strategy that works best for them. I hope these help.